two issues. One, the statement made by our chief imam, Imam Ali Krayi, by laboring this particular 54 legislature in this particular process and time of judicial, judicial proceeding on associate justice cabinet general issue. We want to condemn that in the stronger point of view. And besides, people laboring themselves as Muslim youth, coalition of Muslim youth, to stage a protest in Liberia, in Monrovia. I want to say this also. We are also here to condemn this, and these members are not from the Muslim group, because I listened to the news of the EFF, or Economic Freedom Fighter, that have labored themselves under the same nomenclature. How will Muslims come up to also labor themselves in that? And we are here this morning to speak on these two issues. The statement made by our chief Imam, Imam Krayi, we are here to condemn it, and we are asking him that he should come back on air to retrieve that his statement. Otherwise, he will have a serious concern, with us, the imams, and also telling the young people and telling people that they should desist themselves from staging any protest, because Islam didn't say the best way to resolve issue is through violence or is through protest. No.
Okay, you're a member of the Imam Council of Liberia.
Sure.
Are you from what I'm hearing is that you were in the know of this particular statement by the chief Imam of Liberia? Was it something that was actually previously discussed before coming onto the air?
I didn't come on this air today because I want to come up. Yesterday we had over so many thousands of Muslims and imams gathered in Clara Town yesterday, in one of our worship centers we call the mosque or the masjid. And we were there. People came from diverse background, different counties and the like. Okay, so many thousands of people. We came as imam to denounce it, because look, like we said in our press statement in the first and second paragraphs, the decision and the pronouncement of the chief imam is personal. It's there to do it, it's so individualistic. His decision was not we were not consulted. And this is not the thought and ideology of every one of us. We as imams of this country and nation, we have 100% belief and trust and confidence without any doubt. Like I speak, like we say in our press statement, in the judicial system here. And we are saying that justice must take its course. This is a constitutional decree. The issue of cabinet general, the associate justice, he's not the first. Like we say in our press conference, which I'm holding here, you see this? That we say in this, if you look back in 2006 and 7, Honorable Edwin Marvin Snow, the same constitutional impeachment, caught him. If you look at quite recently, right close to the elections, people used to say, election would be jeopardized, because, that was, we saw Honorable Alex Tyler as the speaker at the time, also involved. So why then at that time the chief imam couldn't come up, or the Muslim group couldn't come up to stage a protest? So you want to tell me at that time, and when just the cabinet general was member of the full bench of the Supreme Court, okay, those decisions were taken. So you want to say, in the contrary, that Muslims were witch hunting Christians? We don't want this kind of divisive statement. And we as imams, members of the Imam Council, members of the Muslim community, members of the Muslim Council, I think you hear the chairman, Sheikh Umar Kamara, he came us surely to denounce the issue of the protest. And maybe he may not have heard the statement from the chief imam. We have condemned this. We have condemned this, and we want the chief imam to come up publicly to apologize to our leaders, to apologize to the Liberians, to apologize to we the Muslim Council, we the members of the Muslim and Islamic community. Just before you come in, I want to quote a hadith in English because of our listening public, so that the Imam chairperson, in presence of Imam Ali Krayi, can come back to his senses about this, with all due respect as our leaders, with all due respect and recognition as a leader. Imagine, in Al-Muslim, it was said by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, whosoever speak to separate the affair of a nation that is united, imagine this, a nation that is united, that is peaceful, that is moving in unity, should be killed by the sword. This is hadith is a Muslim. And another narration from the prophet also said, he said, whosoever died without the pledge of allegiance on his neck, the pledge of allegiance in terms of peace, in terms of unity, in terms of justice. Islam stands for justice, and this we all know. That person died as the death of ignorance. And lastly, one of the hadiths also said, which he knows very well, that was narrated by Tirmidhi. He knows that. It said, whosoever held back the hand from obedience, look at this, whosoever held back the hands of obedience will meet Allah on the day of resurrection without any justification of himself. Why must you come up as an imam? People look at you to promote peace, to give respect to people who are elected, to call them useless. We condemn this seriously in the strongest tone, and this is not me, Sheikh Musa, condemning it. This is the Muslim community of Liberia, members of the Imam Council. We have gotten together because you cannot host 1,000 persons in your state. In your place, Julius.
Sure. So since before coming to you gentlemen, this has been a while now since he made a statement. And did you guys in any way call him for the conference before coming up to condemn his statement and warning him to come out to publicly apologize?
On a very serious note, you know, the statement was made saying 2 days, 2-3 days before we can come up. The reason that this happened is that we try to coordinate our communication across Liberia. We had to contact the imams from Lofa, from Nimba, from Bapolu, from Kipman, and from all over the counties. Now, after that, a delegation was set to meet Imam Krayi. Okay? Now, but then we look at that delegation supposed to be meeting Imam Krayi yesterday. But within the known of this, we heard that a protest has been staged. And Muslims, young Muslims, were brave to join that protest because of such a statement. We don't want to remain sitting until the worst has occurred. So we were, with the privilege given us as members of the Imam Council, as members of the Muslim community, we were constrained yesterday why the team is set to meet him to come with an immediate press release. And let me tell you something. If you had listened to T5 radio last night, our brothers, Muslims and Madingos, because our message was also related in Madingo. You will not believe this. In Vai, in Mende, in Gola, in Pele, all the audios are there. We will share it with ELBC that you can play it tomorrow and today for future references. Okay? People were calling their children not to be a part because the statement from the Imam chief is not a statement from the Imams, but it's a statement from the Imam. So at least it did us a lot of good. And I can tell you, if the people had not met him yesterday, then they are with him this morning because he's our leader. We all, him all of the respect, and we always respect him, but not at the detriment of disturbing and trying to destabilize our peace. We will not accept that.
That Sheikh Musa, a young member of the Imam Council of Liberia, coming to you, Mohammed, from the end of when you listen firstly to this statement, what comes to your mind, especially from one of your leaders, Mohammed Neswari?
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being here today. I'm glad that indeed today, we from the Anglo ruling establishment, being a chairman of Islamic Affairs CDC, we coordinate the affairs of the Muslim and the government. On that note, upon receiving this press release yesterday, we were happy that indeed the Muslim community has come out with a unique decision to retract or to denounce themselves on a statement made by the chief imam. Imam will know that you are angry with our leaders. We cannot come out with this press release. They're going to say it's a political issue. But from a CDC angle, we are open up. We welcome the press release and we work along the press release. Let me say something here. The issue of Cabinet Janet, Honorable Cabinet Janet, is not the issue of what? Witch hunting. People are passing around that indeed, if Honorable Janet removed from the Supreme Court bench, Liberia will turn to a Christian nation. Sometimes it's bad for me. Alright? Honorable Janet cannot stop anything that will happen in this country. What anything that want to happen, it will happen. Honorable Janet alone cannot stop it. There are 5 persons on the bench. They only have a single vote. Alright? The next thing, people are talking about Muslim or Mandingo issue. That will go back to 2003. When we have an opportunity or given to the Muslim community for Alayi Nkrumah to serve an interim leadership, we respect Honorable Janet. Honorable Janet look at the Muslim community and deny them that opportunity.
Wow.
Deny the Muslim community that opportunity because it owns selfish aim. We do not dwell on that. And we want for the Muslim community to understand this government, besides Alayi Nkrumah, this government make more Muslims in government, employ more Muslims in government, minister, director, assistant minister. Today, we challenge anybody to come out beside this government that make more young Muslims open to government policy than any government. We challenge them to come out. So nobody should come out and label this government as witch hunting Muslim or Mandingo. If we talk about Mandingo, Kalaspe is a Mandingo. Now, our sister, the director of the President's Special Project, she's a Mandingo. Alright? NSA, we have Mandingo. So why should we be labeling ourselves that the government is targeting Mandingo? We actually come to join the imams and the Muslim community that find it necessary to debunk and disassociate ourselves from a statement made by the Muslim Council and Chief Imam of the Prophet of Liberia.
Thank you, Ishmael. To you, from the end of the party as vice chair for operations, what has been some of the work you people have been doing, especially from your own angle, to ensure that you promote the issue of peace and unity amongst Liberians?
All right, thank you very much. Since the onset of the statement from our chief imam, Ali Krai, we have been going around the various community talking to our people, disabusing their mind and telling them that there's nothing about witch hunting. And my brother, what I want to say here in short is that no matter what happens, there must be a judicial system. Even Ishmael sitting here today, if there's an alleged story about him, I must face justice. If I'm able to exonerate myself, definitely I will continue to do what I'm doing right now. Cabinet Jane is a brother, he's a big brother, he's an uncle, he's a friend. We respect each other. And I trust him. He's a crafter and a professional person. I don't want to believe he will go out there telling people, come out because somebody said this. I don't think he can do that. But all that is going on here is just to jeopardize the peace that we enjoy today. Getting people all in the street. When Cabinet Jana was given the job, no Muslim man went there and said, give the man the job. Nobody were there. We heard the story. I'm a Muslim. I'm happy that he's there. And I want you to there because he's a big face. I want you to be there. If he's wrong, if he's found guilty, the law must take its course. There is no planned protest can stop that. And I want to tell our people that we have cardinal issues. We have problems. He just talked about Alayi Nkrumah, who is ill in his house. We should be thinking on how we will govern our support to see how we can get him out of here to go and seek some medical attention. We got what people going to get national ID card, passport, other things. They've been denied. These are things that we should be putting together to move about and see how best we can be able to arrange it. Not for something that has not started yet. Nobody said Cabinet Jana is wrong, so we're going to impeach him. They said impeachment proceeding. They are going through the procedure. If he's not found guilty, how can he be impeached? So we are asking our people to stop their wives, their children from getting in the street. Islam is about peace. We are peace-loving people. We don't want to jeopardize the peace that we enjoy today. We are asking everybody to stay off the planned protest. No number of planned protests can stop the impeachment proceeding.
Therefore, we are asking everybody to stay home, look up to Allah, pray that He can be exonerated. Apart from that, anybody that is sending them because they are giving them $5 or $10 today will not go there tomorrow if there's any problem. We have some people, like he said, there's some story that we heard, people doing that. There are other people, it may be peaceful, but there are some other people that have something on their sleeve that could join them to create chaos. And what would people say? The Muslim or the Madinga people are in the street again, they did this, or they have done that. So we need to stop all of these things. So far, this is what we've been doing, and we will continue to, even from here, we will start going in the community, in the slums, to talk to our people. So far, this is what we have done.
This is the Super Morning Show, SMS on ELBC, also on LNTV National Television. We're discussing issues relating to planned protests and that of surrounding, sustaining and protecting the peace of this country. I have Sheikh Musa Enye, member of the Imam Council of Liberia, Mohammed A. Soare, he's the chair Islamic Affairs at the Coalition for Democratic Change, and Ishmael Keita, Vice Chair for Operations. 0776-089713, 080-514-089 are the numbers to call. Again, 0776-089713, 080-514-096 are the numbers to call, and you'll be live on the program, the Super Morning Show. Well, our lines have already started booming. Let's see if we can get this caller on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and where you call from?
This is Mohammed calling from Swahili.
Go ahead, Mohammed.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to your studio guest. He has spoke well, and it's glad to read it like 24, especially when the Muslim community. So I want to commend them. But my question, why is it that the men that spoke yesterday that Muslims that this to associate themselves from them, and the other people coming off? So who is that man, and who are those that in studio? That's my question. Thank you.
Can you say that again? I didn't get it, please. Please repeat.
I'm saying the men that went in studio yesterday that this associate themselves from the statement that the people made that people are coming to protest, and who is he, and who are those people that in studios that are trying to condemn the other men's statement?
Okay, thank you so much. I guess jotting down points and they will respond appropriately. 0776-089713, better still 080-514-096. Let's have this caller. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, good morning, sir.
Your name and where you call from?
I'm Michael Nangwe. I'm calling from Sweden.
Go ahead, Michael.
Yeah, I want to appreciate your studio guest for making the clarity. We are in support of what they are saying, because as we found ourselves now that we are fragile, so we must observe the peace and move in the right direction. But what I want to say here is that as they have done, it is fine, but let it not be this again, because the chief imam is the most respectful person when it comes to the Muslim community. So if he just take on himself, as they are saying, he did it because of personal interest, to go straight to the media and say what he said. I mean, it plays on many of us' minds. We appreciate that, although, but we beg, let him not use that medium. Because as the rightfully said, there are a lot of people who are going through such an issue as Cabinet General is going through. And we consider us all as Liberians, regardless of religion. So if he was not able to speak on those people's behalf, and at this time, we feel suspicious. So as they have said, we are in support, and we pray that things work well in the right direction. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your participation on the show. 0776-089713, 080-514-096 are the numbers to call, and you'll be live on the program. Let's take this call on this line. Good morning.
Good morning, Gideon.
Good morning. Your name and where you call from?
Hello.
Go ahead, you are live.
Hello, I'm not getting you. You are getting me. I will just make my point. I want to say hats off to your studio guests. They are well spoken. There's philosophy which says, where there is smoke, there is fire. And thank God, the scripture has already said it, that what you do in the darkness will come to light. My advice to them from the Muslim Council, this particular person who has made this statement is now an ordinary person from their council and making such a statement. I want them, with all their condemnation they are carrying on, to be reelected. We don't want pretense. Because if you can recall the historicity of this country, this identical religious group, some of their children are always in the background of disruption. And we don't want that, and we will not tolerate that in our country. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your point. 0776089713. Remember now, together we have to keep our peace process very perfect. We're discussing ways and means and to sustain our peace, not to discriminate and point accusing fingers, but rather to the issue. Let's see if we can have this call out, and later on we go back to our studio guests. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
And studios, and good morning to your guests in studio. This is Emmanuel Tusia from District 6. And basically, I want to appreciate them very calmly for taking such a bold step and to come and take our people from the state of Danimant and providing them the necessary information. And you know, I listened to the brother in studio there, and two of them, they are patron and nationalists. And how possible it is when you look in government cycle right now, and I can speak to you clearly, and majority of our brothers and sisters and from the Muslim community are working, and they are not just working for policy maker in government. Then how possible it is then you saying that a wish on how will somebody be willing if the constitution of the Republic of Liberia is being tested, and their clarity was necessary. It is timely and it is prudent. Thank you so much to you all.
Okay, thank you so much for your participation. 0776089713, 0805140096. We'll take 3 calls and then we'll go back to our studio guests. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Well, I think that caller is not ready. Let's see if we can take more calls from this line. 0776089713, 0805140096 are the numbers to call, and you'll be live. Coming back to you, Imam, you listen to some of the callers. I'll give your colleagues chance to speak, but what's your own? You got some questions to respond to as well, so you can go ahead.
First of all, to Mohammed Toure, you want to know yesterday there were 2 religious personalities that came up on this radio. Our Imam, the head of the Muslim Council, Sheikh Umaru Kamara, who is heading the Muslim Council, the biggest umbrella institution, Islamic institution in Liberia, came out to condemn the planned protest. But like I said in my opening statement, probably he might not have heard the statement from Imam Kraye because it was carried on, I think, on Fabric Radio. That's where I actually got it from. And for really young people, we always monitor the news. So we came up yesterday also condemning the protest. If you should look at it, if you heard it, that Sheikh Musa Nye, I was the one also that came up with it yesterday, and today too will come up. Then the issue of the point from Michael, the issue of this suspicion. You are 100% right. The Quran spoke about suspicion, but then in fact we are saying that the Quran said that suspicion is a sin. Okay, but if we give the people the right to suspect us as Muslim community, to suspect us as imam, the kind of loyalty people have, respect people have for us as imam, even for me as young as I am, we enter places, once people realize that we are imam, they have given all that whole respect. Then to come and allow the same public that is respecting you to start to suspect you because of your utterances, because I can tell you, even we among the Muslims among the Imam Council, we are also, this statement is also making us to feel that the Muslims that want to join the protest is because of this statement. We are saying this. We have all right, to be right here about this particular statement, but this is what it is. Then the area of pretense. I want to say to you, you who called and said that there shouldn't be a pretense. If we were pretending, we were not going to come here. And let me tell you, pretense is a great sin in Islam. There is a chapter in the Holy Quran that is called Surah al-Munafiqeen, and that is talking about people who pretend. People who talk here and say we are part and they are not part. We are saying this to the Liberian people. We are saying this to the Muslims, that the statement made by the chief imam, we are not in support of it. That was not a statement from the Imam Council, and we will never say that, because we are bound to respect our people. We are bound to respect the leaders, the children, the young people, and everybody, the citizenry. And finally, from me on this particular point, Julius, we want to say to the people of this nation that we have to endure patience. Like we came here, Julius, you should have hosted all by 8 o'clock. When we came, you had other things. When I came here, you had other things. I was here before 8, right? If I had not been patient, definitely I was never going to meet up with this. And you see what the Quran says? Ya ayyuhal ladzina amanu ista'inu bis-sabri was-salat. Inna Allaha ma'as sabirin. And Allah said in the Holy Quran, and said, do you who believe, bear patience and endurance. Allah is with those who are patient. So in the issue of justice, Janet, we want to tell the Muslim community, let us be patient to give chance to justice. Let us be patient by maintaining our peace, by holding up to our peace, and live as a unit and live as one, to see the proceeding to go on. Let how people were patient to see the, the proceedings of the people who spoke about, Speaker Alex Dalla, former Speaker, and then, former Speaker Edwin Mervyn Snow. With patience, Liberia will be better. And we have to be patient and peaceful.
Okay, before we go to other studio guests, let's take this call. Good morning.
Good morning, Julius.
Yeah, your name and where you call from?
Let me say a pleasant good morning to your studio guests, and a pleasant good morning to the peace-loving people of Liberia and our brothers, our Muslims brother in the country. And I must commend your studio guests this morning for that splendid explanation. And by the way, my name is Deji, and I join you from Pinsville. And I must commend your studio guests, as I said earlier. And it's very good that they will come in the studio to sensitize their brother Muslims and to call on every Liberian, because the peace we enjoy today is a fragile peace. In order for that sustainability to be preserved, the Liberian people must be resolved in taking some peaceful protest. It's not a bad thing to protest. Let's make that conspicuously clear this morning. But it's also good when there are national issues. People should take it in context, and it shouldn't be emotional or based on sentiment. And whenever we come to the public discourse to discuss the issue, people too should also take it with relevance, because it is very important that people, this is part of democracy. So we don't want to categorize those people who are going to protest as a Muslim, or when they go and protest, they say, oh, that's an attack on Islam, or it is because of Cabinet Jana impeachment that they are going to do so. Those are all Liberians. That's what we must know. We shouldn't take it because they are Muslims. They are Liberians. So it is part of their right to go in the street and to engage the government peacefully. So I must commend them for that venture. I don't think it's a bad thing, but they should just conduct themselves other than when they get in the street. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your point. That was my next question I was coming to wrap up because of time to you, Mohammed. I'd like to, I think you stated that going to protest is not a bad thing, because it's what democracy, one of the things that democracy call for. So what's the way out and forward in this particular regard? Despite you coming to condemn and say X, Y, Z, the protest is already planned, and in a wisdom mind, and the government has given them the green light to go ahead, which they should do as a responsible government. So what do you think going forward is the way out, Mohammed?
I think the way forward is all about what? As a Muslim, we don't against the protest. But we don't supposed to use the name Muslim or Madingo to go on the street because of what? For an selfish motive. If you want to go protest like what? The freedom fighter, how do you call it? Freedom fighter, economic fighter. Yes. What is happening now in this government is exercising the best restraint that any other government can exercise. When we were opposition, we don't have that opportunity. Someone was beaten for protest. All right.
Yeah, there were some times that you were permitted to do.
Yeah, but in that Julius, you understand. But now we attend our brothers Muslim not to use the Islam or the Madingo name to go out to propagate a bad image on our brother in government. Let's take an instance. We have so many instances in this government. Some people are currently in this government. They are not from the CDC angle, but they're highly protecting this government. They are working a key area. So when we're using this factor, a tribal sentiment, religious sentiment into our issue, we do believe that Julius attend the. We do believe that Julius, it will be the worst thing that Liberia will actually encourage. So we condemn the tribal sentiment into the issue or religious sentiment into the issue. We can go and protest, but not use the Islamic name or the Madingo name. Let's look at the chief imam recently.
Sorry, I'll have to cut you off. Sorry, I'll get back to you. Let's speak with Chief Imam Ali Krayi. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
You're alive. I try struggling to get your number. Thank God that you're able to come through. How are you doing, sir?
Well, I'm all right. Alhamdulillah, praise be to God. I just want to make a few clarifications on the issues some of the brothers are discussing there.
Go ahead, sir.
In the first place, nobody made an attempt to meet me in public. They met the wrong people. If I had seen them, I have respect for them, I would have definitely listened to their views. The second thing is, I am not a part of any blind protest or assembly. And that was made very, very clear on my Facebook page 2 days ago. In fact, the two Facebook pages, the first, the National Chief Imam of Liberia Facebook page, and the personal Facebook page, it was clear that we are not party, neither the National Imam Council of Liberia, nor the office of the Chief Imam is any part of a blind protest or assembly. That was made abundantly clear, and it was also stated yesterday in that meeting with stakeholders, where the Justice Minister, the Police Director, and the national community were present at the Belakata Hotel, that the National Imam Council of Liberia is not part of any planned protest. So I don't know where they got this information from. The third thing I should say here, you know, in this country we have to be sincere. And I think some of our people have not been following developments. Somebody talked about Tyler. In 2016, just about 2 or 3 months after I assumed the office of National Chief Imam, when the saga was ongoing at the House of Representatives, we made some of the harshest statements. Remember at the time the people were focused on the thing I said that Liberia is the sex capital of West Africa. So probably they lost sight of what I said about the legislature and the judiciary. I said then that the Constitution was sacrificed, that the people had turned the House of Representatives into the House of Comedians. Those are my statements. We met with Speaker Tyler. We made efforts. We went to him as officials of the National Imam Council, and after that, we attempted meeting with other people. They dismissed us, and so we issued our statement, condemned the entire process. So we are speaking today not because Justice Ghana is a Muslim, not because he has some relationship with some of us. So for us to speak, and I'm aware that whenever you say something, there will always be people who will agree, and there will be people who will disagree.
Okay, Imam, sorry for the interruption. I'd like to find out your statement made recently. Was it something done by the body, or was it a personal view? Meaning you consulted the Imam Council before coming up with that statement as a key figure, or you came up just to speak as?
The Constitution is clear. The National Chief Imam is the official spokesperson of the National Imam Council of Liberia. And there are certain issues that the Chief Imam has the liberty to speak on.
We are talking to your other colleagues, right?
Excuse me. There are certain issues that the National Executive Committee has to decide on. And there are certain issues that the Annual Assembly decide on. So we use our discretion given the situation and our own policies. We have policies. Based on those policies, we speak on those issues. But again, I must say very clearly that when we spoke, we were not speaking because they affected Muslims. We're speaking because it affects Liberia. And we know that what is happening, you know, some people may not like justice, or some people may think that justice is being processed. For example, the brothers there were talking about due process. We ask simple questions. In this country, we are saying that the establishment of war and economic crimes court is not a priority because we have national reconciliation and national healing to look after. Then we are the same people who all of a sudden want to prosecute a judge on similar charges because these same border on economic crimes of abuse of power. If you talk about abuse of power, you establish a war economic crimes court and try everybody, but you cannot be doing selective justice. That would be injustice.
One of your words, which is something that is taking a root that was very harsh, that people that are coming down hard on, is that you branded the legislature as useless.
Sure.
And people are saying that as a credible individual and a credible stakeholder in the country, such war has the propensity to be misinterpreted and derail the peace process.
So when I made a statement in November, I was very clear. I said throughout our history, from J.J. Roberts to now, the legislature has been the most useless branch of the Liberian government. But this current legislature has a responsibility to redeem that image. I gave instances from the days of the 2 Weeks Party, where it was so say one, so say all. The days of the NDPL, where when those shouted, even the legislators panicked. From the days of the National Patriotic Party, where when Taylor roared, everybody fell in line. I gave those instances. I didn't even give instances about the 54th legislature. And I was saying that this current legislature has a challenge to ensure that this image of the legislature is redeemed. This is what I said. And I also said...
So you did not refer to this current legislature as being useless?
I did not make any specific reference to this current legislature. People don't listen to people accurately when they speak. And I also said, even 2 days ago on Prime, that there are honorable people in that place. And these people know we are not talking to them. But if anybody thinks himself useless, for example, you have one senator, Daniel Layton, who recently, I think a couple of days ago, who said that the entire government is useless. They asked him whether he included himself because he's part of the government. He said, yes, everyone is useless. That's what he said, not me. You know, so we have to be very serious here.
Imam, to wrap up because of time, what's the way out into this particular situation? Some of your colleagues are calling on you to retract your statement.
The way out, I suggested on Prime that the president of Liberia and by extension all the branches of government, the legislature and judiciary can do the same thing, should consider the holding of regular meetings with religious leaders in the country, even if it's annual meetings, behind closed doors, where the press will not be and nobody will be around. But we can discuss some critical issues affecting the nation because we are between our people and our God. And we hear what the people say. And we know what our God says. We can discuss this thing behind closed doors. We'll not always have to be coming on the air. But I think there are vested interests around the presidency who don't want the president to meet with certain people. I have made several attempts. I think 2 times I approached the president personally. I want to meet with him. And I've approached some of those near him. But they have not made it possible. Other people have been meeting him. I mean, other religious groups have similar problems that I've been discussing with some of our colleagues. So the president has to be holding these meetings because they will help the government, they will help the people of Liberia.
Okay, finally,
can do similar things.
Finally, sorry, we may have another time lengthily to discuss. I'd like to know, finally, to conclude on this matter, your statement was, according to what you stated, I'd like to get it clarity, was guarded by the Constitution and it wasn't personal.
It was not personal. You read the Constitution of the National Imam Council, you know the functions of the National Chief Imam, and we are the moral voices of the nation. Well, I know in all organizations you always have dissenting views. You know, there will be people who will say, well, I disagree with this, and that's what I do my duty to the best of my ability between me and my God, and I know I've always tried to be fair and impartial, respecting everybody, at the same time being truthful and honest. But we have to be sincere in this country if we have to move forward.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. It was so very good of having you on the line. That's the Chief Imam of the Republic of Liberia, Ali Krai. Thank you so much, Imam. I'm very sorry. I just can't take you again because of time. We've got one of our colleagues who attended that particular program or gathering. She's also a son at the National Legislature, Cecilia Clark. Cecilia, welcome to the Super Morning Show.
Thank you, Julius.
And just give us your own picture analysis when you attended the program. How was it like?
Yeah, let me just briefly go because of time. Sorry, I had to come here because I monitor all along while I was driving here at work. But I attended the press conference called by the Chief Imam, Sheikh Krai, and even right now, I'm even surprised. I didn't know that he can really, with no disrespect to him, that he could compose himself to even speak lengthily like this, because at the press conference it was such an emotional interaction with him. His eyes were red, he was speaking with emotion, and we even asked him. But on the overall, I feel that that statement made was very disturbing. One, I did not carry it because I don't just run with story, because I tell me as insightful. He actually said that if a Senate cannot, or a Senate who says that they cannot, they are not ready for war crimes and all of that, why will they be prosecuting someone on charges, on alleged charges of corruption? And he said the general perception of the Liberian people is that the Senate is useless. But I personally ask him, you are saying the general perception of the Liberian, what is your perception? But he was insinuating that if the Senate go ahead and prosecute Associate Justice Janet, they mean that they are useless. They are actually useless, because if you listen to everything, I'll tell you, Daniel, I looked at the Chief Imam and I was like, is this the Chief Imam of the Republic of Liberia speaking like this? But I did not carry that story, but I kept his voice and his press statement just for further reference, so that he cannot miss on his word. But actually it was not those assertions made by him, it was unbecoming of an imam. So I just took the time to come here and just briefly explain what I saw.
And Cecilia Julius, let me just come in. And this is what I have prompted with the imams. Like I said before, and let me say it again. Imam Krayi remains our chief imam. We have respect for him. We owe him a lot of respect from the Imam Council, from the Muslim community. But on this note, to label the legislature, to label people who we voted, to label people who are heading us, like like one of the verses in the Holy Quran said,
but you listen to him.
59. I'm coming.
You listen to him. On the contrary, you say he did not.
I think fine. And this is what we are calling him. In fact, right now, let me tell you, Cecilia, let me tell you, everybody, that the Imam has already regretted his own saying by being calm. And you see, the issue of being emotional, everybody that listening to it, it's not good. And we are calling on Imam Krayi. Let the people, let the Muslim community and the young people and other people follow our footsteps. Let we be the role model to them. But if we become so emotional, we begin to use jargon that will disturb the peace, then definitely we are putting Islam in a kind of detrimental, stand in this country that Allah will judge every one of us for tomorrow. And he knows this very well. Again, I want to say, Imam, thank you for retrieving your statement right now. And we also want you to call a press statement like you did and be relaxed. Now, once you see how just, you were so emotional, calm down, make a press statement, and then revoke the statement, and then we go ahead. Again, we say a very big thank you to you, Chief Imam, and we say a big thank you to all 11. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Thank you. Sheikh, your closing statement quickly. Amen. Ishmael Keita.
All right, thank you very much. I'm so glad this morning and very happy that the Chief Imam just called saying that those statements, the saying going around, he's not part of it, or the planned protest is not part of it. He did not use the term useless on the 54 legislature now, so that we are happy. What this should imply to those that are trying to get in the street because of what he said, I just say here today that if anything happens, I won't be there, they won't be there to speak for them. So this should serve as a caveat to them that if you want to have protests, let it be peaceful. Everybody got a right, let the government give them the right. They can go about their protests without touching anything, saying things, because what you say today live after you tomorrow. Now that Ali Krayi had cleared the air, we're now trying to like
Imam Ali Krai.
Ali Krai. Imam Ali Krai.
Fine, Imam.
I've
Please.
cleared the air. We will now try to wind down. Then we will invite him to a meeting. We will all sit and see how best we can be able to resolve the issue. Until then, we promise our people that there will be free, fair, and transparent justice.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Gentlemen, it was nice having you on the program, the Super Morning Show. Sheikh Musa Nye, member of the Imam Council of Liberia, Mohammed A. Soiree. He's the chair, CDC Islam Affairs, and Ishmael El Keita, vice chair for operations of the CDC Islamic Affairs. Many thanks for listening. We're taking this in short break. When we come back, we'll discuss other issues on the program, the Super Morning Show. So please don't go away.